Bengal tiger. Ambush and hunt. In the vast tropical forest, the greatest predator of all emerges from the shadows, the Bengal tiger. This is the largest cat species on Earth. An adult male can weigh up to 250 kilograms, walking with regal grace. Its sharp eyes pierce through the darkness, detecting even the slightest movement. Thanks to soft paw pads, its massive feet move silently, barely making a sound. A tiger's territory can span hundreds of square kilometers, marked by scent and scratch marks. These markings both establish dominance and warn intruders to stay away. A female tiger carries her cubs for about 3.5 months and usually gives birth to 2 to 4 cubs.
The cubs are born blind and fragile, completely dependent on their mother's protection.
During the first 2 years, the tigress not only nurtures them, but also teaches vital survival skills. This is nature's harsh school, where every lesson is a matter of life and death. The Bengal tiger's main prey includes spotted deer, wild buffalo, and wild boar. These animals live in constant fear, as the supreme hunter could appear at any moment. The Bengal tiger is a master of ambush, stealthily closing in on its prey step by step. It strikes only when within 20 meters of the target. In that decisive moment, all its power is unleashed in one explosive pounce. A single leap can bring down prey twice its own weight. The fatal bite is aimed at the throat, quickly suffocating the victim. This is the tiger's most lethal and efficient hunting weapon. After the kill, the tiger usually drags the carcass to a secluded spot to feed in peace. A feast can last for several days. But even the king of the jungle faces dangers, such as giant crocodiles. Another deadly threat comes from rival tigers in brutal territorial battles. However, the greatest danger comes from humans. Deforestation and poaching have driven Bengal tiger populations into severe decline. Today, fewer than 2,500 Bengal tigers remain in the wild. The future of this species depends entirely on our conservation efforts. Amid nature's grandeur, the Bengal tiger is not merely a predator, but the very heartbeat of the ecosystem it inhabits. As darkness falls, the journey of the Jungle King comes to an end. Yet those piercing eyes still echo in memory, a reminder of nature's fragility. Every surviving tiger represents hope for an entire species. To protect the Bengal tiger is to preserve the balance of the wild.
Africa, the continent of vast landscapes and abundant life, from lush tropical rainforests to endless savannas. Here, every day is a struggle for survival, where hunter and prey shape the eternal cycle of nature. Amid countless creatures, the guinea fowl remain diligent and hardworking. These birds live in flocks, spending most of their days scratching the ground in search of seeds and insects. For guinea fowl, even the faintest shadow could be a sign of imminent death, for predators may lurk anywhere. Hidden beneath layers of fallen leaves in the forest lies a master of camouflage, the baboon viper. The intricate patterns on its scales transform it into part of the forest floor. In the natural world, this invisibility is not just an advantage, but a weapon of survival. Prey may walk right past, never realizing that death is waiting at their side. The baboon viper possesses the longest fangs in the snake world, up to 5 centimeters. Each strike injects a powerful venom that paralyzes its victim's nervous system within seconds. But its most terrifying weapon is not speed. It is endless patience. The viper can remain motionless for hours, even days, waiting for the perfect moment. Young guinea fowl, inexperienced and careless, continue foraging. unaware that each step is leading them closer to a deadly trap. A lightning-fast strike, the young guinea fowl has no chance. The potent venom immediately attacks the nervous system, leaving the prey paralyzed and collapsing in an instant. In that fleeting moment, life and death are separated by a single breath. The gaboon viper is extraordinarily patient, a true master of concealment. Even after its prey has died, it remains motionless for minutes, as if nothing has happened in the forest at all. It is the largest viper in Africa, reaching over 1.8 meters in length and weighing up to 10 kilograms, double the size of many of its relatives. Its broad body, covered in rough scales and intricate patterns, blends seamlessly with the forest floor, rendering it almost invisible in the undergrowth. No bird or small mammal can easily detect its presence, even when just a few steps away. Once full, the gaboon viper seeks a quiet place to digest its meal. This is when it is most vulnerable. Large birds of prey, or even humans, may spot it. Yet once again, its extraordinary camouflage becomes an invisible shield, protecting it during the long days of stillness. The gaboon viper, along with its close relative the rhinoceros viper, is living proof of evolution's extraordinary creativity. Each individual is a unique masterpiece of color, from earthy browns to vibrant greens and yellows. But they all share one purpose: to blend seamlessly into their environment to survive. Within the African rainforest ecosystem, they play a crucial role. They control rodent populations, maintain ecological balance, and in turn, become prey for forest eagles, mongooses, or giant pythons. The circle of life spins endlessly. Today's predator may be tomorrow's prey. In the harsh natural world, the gaboon viper is a testament to the art of survival. Patient, mysterious, and deadly, an invisible hunter in the heart of the rainforest. In the harshest land of North America, the Arizona desert, the kingdom of sand, rock, and scorching sunlight, every day is a battle for survival. From the fiery sunrise to the freezing nights, only the toughest creatures can endure. Here, water is a treasure, and every living being must adapt to find its source of life. But for some species, this barrenness is actually an advantage. The western diamondback rattlesnake, scientific name Crotalus atrox, is considered one of the most common and dangerous venomous snakes in North America. Adults typically measure between 90 and 150 centimeters. Its muscular body beneath tough scales enables lightning-fast strikes. Equipped with perfectly camouflaged scales, it is almost invisible to its prey. Its forked tongue constantly tastes the air, gathering information about the environment. And these heat-sensing pits are the rattlesnake's sixth sense. They detect even the slightest temperature changes, allowing the snake to sense heat, distinguishing life, detecting prey, whether it's day or night. Its rattle is made of hollow keratin segments that interlock and vibrate up to 50 times per second, producing a warning sound powerful enough to ward off even the largest intruders. With each shedding of skin, a new rattle segment is added. This is a testament to its growth and the many successful survival battles it has endured in the desert. When night falls and the desert cools, the hunt begins. The rattlesnake lies in wait. It is an ambush predator, and patience is its key weapon. Its prey is diverse, from lizards and small birds to rodents. They are precious sources of energy, enough to sustain the snake for weeks in this barren land. But danger is ever present. The hunter can also become the hunted. Large birds of prey are among the rattlesnake's most fearsome natural enemies. the rattlesnake, venom is both a weapon for hunting and a tool for self-defense. The snake knows that every strike consumes precious energy. A ground squirrel, unaware of the lurking danger beneath its feet, goes about its way. The snake, perfectly camouflaged, waits with patience. And then, at the very moment the squirrel is most vulnerable, the snake strikes. With a lightning-fast snap, its hollow fangs work like hypodermic needles, injecting a potent dose of venom into the prey. This hemotoxic venom destroys tissues and blood cells, beginning the process of digestion from within. Its jaw can unhinge, allowing it to swallow prey much larger than its head. A single meal is enough to last for weeks. After feeding, the snake retreats to a safe spot, away from prying eyes, to rest and digest in silence. In this fragile desert ecosystem, the rattlesnake plays a vital role. By controlling rodent populations, it protects vegetation and helps prevent the spread of disease.
Across the vast African savannas, life seems to stretch endlessly. This is the grand stage for one of the most spectacular migrations on Earth. Water is the lifeblood of the plains, drawing countless creatures to quench their thirst. But beneath the cool surface lurk unseen dangers. The hippopotamus, a giant often mistaken for being gentle, is in fact one of the most dangerous animals in Africa. Its wide open mouth is not a sign of fatigue. It's a warning, a display of power. Those enormous canines, reaching up to 50 centimeters long, are deadly weapons, always ready to defend its territory. Despite weighing over 1.5 tons, hippos move gracefully underwater. In fact, they don't swim. They walk or even gallop along the riverbed in a remarkable way. And when the dry season arrives, the Great Migration begins. Millions of wildebeest and zebras embark on their epic journey, following the rains in search of greener pastures. Zebras, with their iconic black and white stripes, aren't just beautifully patterned. Studies suggest their stripes confuse predators and even repel tsetse flies. Hippos have extremely sensitive skin. They secrete a reddish fluid that acts as a natural sunscreen and antibacterial coating, often mistaken for blood sweat. The migration forces them to face their greatest challenge, the rivers. Here, Life and death are separated by mere seconds, and predators lie in wait. The zebras hesitate at the riverbank. Instinct warns them of danger, yet the thirst of the journey and pressure from the herd push them forward. Suddenly, a male hippo attacks. It's not hunting, it's defending its territory with brutal force. Any intruder will face its wrath. With jaws capable of opening nearly 180 degrees and a bite strong enough to crush a small boat, the unfortunate zebra has no chance to escape. Chaos erupts. The desperate cries of the herd and the splashing of water create a tragic scene. Nature's judgment is always harsh. The Nile crocodiles, ancient predators, join the hunt. They wait patiently, needing only a single moment of weakness to strike. After the storm, the river returns to its calm. The sunset paints the sky in shades of orange, hiding the tragedies that just unfolded beneath the surface. But peace never lasts. Beneath the water, battles for dominance among hippos continue, ready to explode at any moment. At night, hippos emerge from the river to graze. Each night, they can travel up to 10 kilometers and consume around 40 kilograms of vegetation, a massive diet for their colossal bodies. On land, another predator reigns supreme, the lion, a symbol of strength and power. It is the only truly social cat, living and hunting in organized prides. The lionesses do most of the hunting. Their amber eyes stay sharp, scanning the grasslands for potential prey. But even apex predators face extraordinary challenges. A hippo that strays too far from the water becomes an accidental target. Attacking a full-grown hippo is a perilous act. Its thick hide, immense bulk, and crushing jaws can easily kill a lion. Yet the dominant male lion, with strength and experience, manages to bring down the massive beast. It's a grand feast enough to sustain the pride for days. The smell of blood attracts opportunists. A sly jackal lingers nearby, hoping to snatch a scrap of meat when the lions aren't looking. Meanwhile, the migration continues. Thousands of lives move onward, preparing once more to face the deadly rivers and endless cycle of survival. A crocodile seizes its chance. With a terrifying bite and its signature death roll, it drags a wildebeest beneath the surface, ending its struggle in an instant. The survivors press forward. There's no time to mourn the fallen. That is the unforgiving law of this great journey. Once again, the hippos show their aggression. They charge at the crocodiles not to feed, but to assert their dominance as the true masters of the water. Having crossed the river, the wildebeest continue their endless trek. They have escaped death today, but new challenges await tomorrow. From apex predators to unpredictable giants, every creature on the African savanna plays a role in the grand symphony of life and death. Across the sub-Saharan plains of Africa, the first light of dawn breaks. Mist still clings to the golden grasslands, a world where life and death intertwine each day. This is the Savanna, covering over 50% of Africa's landmass, a realm of harsh heat and arid winds. By day, temperatures soar above 40 degrees Celsius. By night, they plunge below 10 degrees Celsius. The rains bring life, grass turns green, watering holes fill, but only months later, drought scorches it all away. It is the endless cycle of survival in the Savanna. In this unforgiving land, from lions and leopards to eagles, every creature is a warrior. Yet the strangest predator does not soar in the sky. It walks through the grass. The secretary bird, Sagittarius serpentarius, the sole member of the family Sagittariidae, first appeared over 50 million years ago, an evolutionary branch split from ancient eagles. Standing 1.3 to 1.5 meters tall with a wingspan over 2.3 meters, it is among the tallest birds of prey in the world, eye to eye with a 10-year-old child. With silver-gray plumage, black-tipped wings, and a crest of quill-like feathers at the back of its head, resembling the pens once tucked behind Old English clerks' ears, it earned the name secretary bird. Its stride is graceful like that of nobility, yet beneath that elegance lies lethal strength. The secretary bird can run up to 30 km/h and deliver a kick measuring nearly 200 newtons. That strike equals the impact of a soccer ball shot from 10 meters away, enough to shatter a snake's spine in an instant. Unlike eagles that hunt from above, this bird hunts on the ground, stalking prey 6 to 8 hours a day across territories up to 50 kilometers. Its eyes are evolutionary marvels, a 180-degree field of vision able to detect movement from more than 100 meters away. Beneath the grass lurk Africa's deadliest, cobras, black mambas, vipers. But to the secretary bird, they are merely a daily challenge. When it spots prey, it freezes, neck extended, head tilted slightly, each motion and breath precisely calculated. In a tenth of a second, the first kick lands. Its long legs keep distance while its hooked beak prepares the finishing blow. The snake strikes back, but rapid kicks rain down like iron hammers. Within seconds, the battle is over. With 43 distinct muscle groups in its legs, the bird controls force with remarkable precision. Powerful when killing, delicate when balancing. Its leg bones are nearly hollow, yet spring-like, light, flexible, and resilient. This allows powerful kicks without self-injury. Its diet extends beyond snakes. Lizards, hedgehogs, mongooses, even small tortoises, all fall within its menu. In the dry savanna, it drinks little water, instead absorbing moisture from prey, an adaptation vital for survival in such a parched world. Breeding season arrives with the rains. Lifelong monogamous pairs begin building nests atop 6-meter-tall acacia trees. Though it is a skilled walker, the secretary bird is also an adept flyer, soaring gracefully to its nest perched high in the canopy. The nest, as large as a woven mat, is lined with dry grass and soft leaves. The female lays 2 to 3 eggs, incubating them for 45 to 50 days, while the male stands guard. Once the chicks hatch, both parents feed them mashed insects. The young soon learn to stand, flap, and perfect their kicking reflex. After about 75 days, they leave the nest, learning to hunt, mark territory, and adapt to the harsh rhythm of savanna life. But this land is changing. Expanding agriculture, wildfires, and power lines are destroying their habitats. In South Africa, the secretary bird population has dropped by over 70% in just 40 years. The IUCN now lists the species as near threatened. In the ecosystem, they play a vital role, controlling populations of snakes, rodents, and insects, maintaining the natural balance of the savanna. As the national symbol of South Africa and Sudan, the secretary bird carries deep cultural meaning, representing pride and strength. The future of this proud snake hunter depends on our commitment to preserving the vast open landscapes it calls home. Across our planet, there are epic journeys driven by an ancient instinct. In Africa, on the vast Serengeti plains of Tanzania, one of the greatest migrations is beginning. Over 1.5 million wildebeest lead the march from the Serengeti to the Masai Mara. Accompanying them are hundreds of thousands of zebras. They graze on the grass tips, clearing the way for the wildebeest to feed on the tender shoots. They run endlessly, chasing the rains to reach fresh green pastures and precious water sources. Each individual faces a journey of nearly 3,000 kilometers, a test of endurance and the will to survive. But this journey is fraught with danger. Predators shadow their every step. Lions, cheetahs, and hyenas all see the migration as a moving feast, a golden opportunity for survival. For opportunistic hunters like spotted hyenas, the abundance of prey means a season of prosperity, where life and death unfold in an instant. The greatest challenge lies ahead: the Mara River, a deadly barrier that instinct compels them to cross. Panic and desperation grip the herd as they plunge into the raging waters, where death lurks beneath the muddy current. Nile crocodiles, among the largest reptiles on Earth, have waited all year for this annual feast. Every leap into the water is a gamble with life. Many will never reach the far bank, their bodies feeding the predators below. Tragically, this zebra was not so lucky. A brutal attack is a harsh reminder of nature's unforgiving law. The tragedy continues as wildebeest two-face death in the surging waters. But for those who survive, the journey must go on. They pay a steep price to reach the green pastures ahead. Meanwhile, on the other side of the globe, another miraculous migration unfolds, not on land, but in icy rivers. Millions of sockeye salmon, after years at sea, embark on their final journey back to the very place of their birth. Guided by their extraordinary sense of smell, they navigate home to their natal streams to fulfill their sacred mission, reproduction. Climbing powerful waterfalls is one of the hardest challenges of their migration. The salmon run also draws predators. Alaskan brown bears wait at the falls, ready for the feast to begin. Each leap is a desperate struggle. With expert skill, a bear snatches a salmon, a high-energy meal to prepare for the harsh winter ahead. It is a true banquet, as bears easily catch exhausted salmon worn down by their long journey. Upon reaching the headwaters, the salmon are spent. They use their final energy to spawn, ensuring the survival of a new generation. The female digs a nest in the gravel called a redd, where she lays thousands of precious pink eggs, fertilized by the males. Once their mission is complete, their journey ends. In death, their bodies return vital ocean nutrients to the river. Salmon carcasses become essential food for birds, insects, and mammals, enriching the entire riverside ecosystem. From the grasslands of Africa to the rivers of North America, migration is the powerful rhythm of life, a perpetual cycle of loss and renewal. A blazing dawn stretches across the East African savanna. Both baboons and leopards begin another day full of challenges. The baboon troop awakens. They huddle together, groom each other, and let out their distinctive calls, a ritual of social bonding. A troop can number over 100 individuals with a strict social order. The alpha male dominates, protecting and controlling the females. Their diet is diverse: grass, roots, seeds, insects, and even fresh meat when the chance arises. This omnivorous nature makes them superbly adaptable. But baboon life is not just about food. Young males constantly challenge the leader in their struggle for power. In the distance, a leopard prowls. This solitary hunter is a master of agility and lightning-fast ambushes. Its beautiful rosette-patterned coat is not only a signature trait, but also perfect camouflage in the dappled light of the woodland. Unlike lions, leopards usually hunt at night or in the early morning. They rely on absolute surprise to kill their prey in seconds. Yet leopards are not invincible. Every wound, every failed hunt could cost them their lives. As the sun climbs higher, the baboon troop begins its foraging journey. Infants stay in the middle, protected by the adults. A sharp call pierces the air. It is a warning. Something is moving in the bushes. The leopard. It hides, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. For the leopard, a baboon infant is an ideal target. Small, weak, and easier to separate from the troop. But baboons are no easy prey. They have developed an extremely effective collective alarm system that prepares the troop for defense. The alpha male steps forward. His fur bristles, teeth bared, and he roars, a clear warning. The leopard advances slowly. Each step is light as air, its golden eyes glinting in the shadows. In an instant, the leopard bursts into full speed. A young baboon almost falls into its jaws. but the mother snatches it back just in time as the males rush forward to counterattack. Amid the chaos, an adult baboon is brought down by the leopard with a single lethal bite. After a short rest, it drags the kill up into a tree to feast before unwanted guests arrive. The infant clings tightly to its mother. The loss from this battle will be etched into the memory of the entire troop. Yet life must go on. Constant vigilance is the rule, even in the calmest moments. After feeding to its fill, the leopard leisurely strolls across the savanna, seeking water holes to quench its thirst. Nature favors no one. The survivor is the one who adapts, who endures to the very end. And as night falls, both species prepare for the next cycle of survival, the never-ending struggle on the savanna. Here, each dawn begins a new game of life and death, where no one can afford to be careless. The baboon troop moves on. Unity is their greatest weapon against predators. Yet in another confrontation, the balance of power can shift in astonishing ways. The troop spreads across the path, confident in their overwhelming numbers. But they do not notice a leopard lies in ambush at the roadside. Exploiting surprise, the leopard charges. Chaos erupts as the baboons scatter in panic. Then, an extraordinary scene unfolds. Instead of fleeing, the entire troop turns back to confront the predator. This is collective defense. The largest and bravest males lead the counterattack. Outnumbered and overwhelmed, the solitary leopard quickly realizes its mistake. On this unforgiving savanna, the lesson is clear. Unity is the ultimate weapon for survival. A blazing dawn stretches across the African savanna. This is a harsh land where life and death are separated by only a moment. In this world, three predators dominate the food chain: lions, spotted hyenas, and cheetahs. Each species has its own unique strategy, creating a fragile balance within this vast ecosystem. The lion, known as the king of the Savanna. It is the only big cat that lives in prides. A pride can have up to 15 individuals, with females carrying out most of the hunting. Thanks to collective strength, they can bring down massive prey such as buffalo or even fully grown zebras. The pride prepares to act. Hunting in groups requires coordination and strategy as they look for the weakest target in the herd. It is teamwork that makes lions the ultimate symbol of the African savanna. Hunting even a lone buffalo is a perilous task. It takes the power of the entire pride to subdue the one-ton giant. By clamping down on its throat and muzzle, the lions attempt to suffocate their prey. It is a brutal struggle, but necessary for the pride's survival. The dominant male usually eats first to assert his position. A large kill like this can feed the pride for days. As night falls, a formidable challenger emerges, the spotted hyena. Contrary to the stereotype of being mere scavengers, hyenas are skilled hunters, with a higher success rate than lions. They have the most powerful jaws of any carnivore, strong enough to crush even large bones. Hunting in clans of up to 80 individuals, hyenas can take down antelopes or even young buffalo. Their presence near a wildebeest herd signals that a hunt is imminent. They patiently search for the weak or the young. A newborn wildebeest, only hours old, becomes the perfect target for the hungry predators. The chase begins. Despite its age, instinct drives the calf to run. A race where the prize is its very life. In the end, the hyenas succeed. They share the kill, a display of the clan's close cooperation. In contrast to strength in numbers, the cheetah relies on speed, the fastest animal on land. Its eyes scan the plains constantly. It must not only look for prey, but also remain alert to lions and hyenas, who can steal its catch. A herd of Thompson's gazelles grazes carelessly. This is the opportunity the cheetah has been waiting for. Every sense locks onto its target. It moves silently, using the tall grass as cover. Every step is calculated to avoid a single sound. The acceleration begins. From 0 to 100 km/h in just 3 seconds, the cheetah transforms into a living arrow, unleashed at breathtaking speed. The chase races across the savanna. Thompson's gazelles are skilled athletes, zigzagging to escape the predator. But the cheetah's overwhelming speed seals the outcome. A swift strike trips the prey, sending it crashing to the ground. Yet cheetahs are weak at defending their kill, often losing their prize to lions or hyenas. The three rulers of the savanna, lion, hyena, and cheetah, each with a distinct strategy and unique strength. They are not just predators, but also pillars that uphold the balance of the ecosystem. On the endless savanna, only those who adapt best can endure.